Good evening, everyone. I wanted to show a quick feature on PC Replay Baseball. The way to, it's a great game, really good board game companion. One of the drawbacks that I found, and it could just be me, but I've heard a lot of guys talk about this, is you often get stuck using it, and you have to like force close the game, and um, and you're just kind of lost. Like the little thing goes away, and you don't know what to do. So I'm gonna just share with you why that happens and how to prevent it from happening. So share my and let's go to PC Replay Baseball. So I'm going to pick a game here in a project, one of the few projects I abandoned, and I'm gonna pick a game here. So to score a game, you just click play. I just did another video on how to print pre-filled score sheets with bench players and all the ratings pre-filled in for you. Encourage you to watch that. But this is if you want to score while you play and not just enter in the stuff afterwards. So the quickest way to do that, click play here, click your little picture icon to pull in the as played lineups, and click play. And I'm going to turn the volume down here so I don't hear that in my ear. Hopefully, it's not coming through on the broadcast. And then click your little button here. So, the very first thing that people will do so what happens is you should be able to click this little save button to exit while entering stuff. And you can see I click it here and now it closed. So I can go back into resume. Sometimes this stuff will disappear up here. And the reason that happens is for a few different reasons. But number one is, and it says this in the instructions, is that PC Replay Baseball, it's not made to switch back and forth between dice entry mode and scoring as you play. And if you do that, it will make your stuff disappear. Also, and I've done this as well. If you click this little play button and simulcast games, now there's a way to do it properly where it doesn't mess anything up if that's what you are doing. But if you're wanting to score a game as you play, don't mess with this green play button here to play out or sim a game or something like that. That I think is the number one thing that kind of messes things up. So just don't mess with this button and you'll be good. So to actually score the game now, you just click on the little pencil here, and then you can score the game. And you can see my little save icon is here, but essentially leave. And I'm not even sure what this is. I never use that. It might be helpful, but I would recommend until you really get used to it. If you don't want your stuff to disappear, like your little save icon to disappear here, don't touch this. Don't touch this. Um, it is a little glitchy sometimes if you're entering stats. So let's just say we had a strikeout, and you can see I literally just pressed K and a strikeout came up. And let's say Denny McClain also strikes out Larry Brown, and he strikes out that guy. And then we got Louis Tiant versus Dick McLaughlin. I'm gonna do a 4-3 for a ground out, 4-6 for a ground out, and then an F8. And look how super fast everything gets entered in. Um, as you play. 4-3 for a ground out, and then F8. So you can already see. I mean, this game rolls by very quickly. Now, if you're in the middle of an inning, so I'm going to do another 1-3 ground out to the pitcher. Uh, P4 pop out to second. I've got two things going right here. Sometimes if you click this undo the last play button, it'll undo the whole inning. So one habit I've got into is I will just take a little snippet of what's gone on in the inning so far, and then I'll click that. That way, in case the whole inning disappears, I have it. But you can see I'm rolling really well through here. and I've still got the save button. Where people get in trouble is where they switch back and forth. And PC Replay Baseball, I wish it was where you could play, but you could switch back and forth between dice entry method and um, playing as you scoring as you play, but it says that's not recommended. You can try it. So I'm clicking. I click the pencil here, and let's say that like I roll 1-1-4. I think that's going to be a strikeout. So 1-1-4, and it's going to be a pop out the second. So that's the end of the ending. Click in play. You can also click there to roll the dice if you want. That happened to be a home run, and click in play, and you can see I still have all my stuff here. I have my save. I have this. I can go. Sometimes I've gotten lost, but I'll get into options, and I'm like, now what do I do? I'm completely lost. Always click go back to ballpark. If you go back to ballpark, it should bring you up to the little save icon here. Um, Now I'm going to go back to scoring. And it doesn't recommend that you do what I'm doing right now. It just happens to be working for me right now. So let's say we got a caught stealing, literally just CS 26 and caught stealing. Um, but that's essentially it. Just don't until you really kind of learn, and that's really all you're doing is simulcasting or playing games through PC Replay Baseball and not scoring as you play, then you can start messing with this button. But if you're just scoring the game as you play, use don't go back and forth between methods. And then I challenge you. One thing I want to make a video where I take other board game companions and I put in the whole game using it, and then I put in the whole game using PC Replay Baseball by clicking over here, and then I put in the game using PC Replay Baseball keyboard shortcuts, and it's about a third of the time using the keyboard shortcut. So that's just another pro tip. Get off. I try not to get on that soapbox too much, but it's so good. I just had to share that. Trying to keep this video short, so I'm gonna stop it there. I hope you guys have a good evening, and we will talk to you later.